I don't throw around the word perfect for anything, but Invincible might actually be the perfect superhero story, and with season 4 right around the corner, there's no better time to talk about why this show is so different. And the show picks up with Mark, a regular teenager trying to figure out why his powers haven't shown up yet, while his dad, Omni-Man, is literally the greatest superhero on the planet. And for a while, this feels like your typical coming of age superhero story. You know, a kid gets powers, tries to balance school and saving the world, embarrasses himself a few times, you know, just the standard stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, for the first few episodes I was enjoying it, but I wasn't fully locked in yet. Like, it was really good, but I was still trying to figure out where all the hype was coming from. Then everything gets flipped on its head, and it's insane because Omni-Man isn't the world's greatest hero. No, he never was. He's been the single biggest threat to humanity this entire time, and nobody knew. Not Mark, not his mom, literally nobody. And this reveal doesn't just hit hard, it recontextualizes everything. Every scene you watched before this moment suddenly means something completely different, and that's not easy to pull off, and this show does it insanely well. But the real gut punch isn't the reveal itself, it's what comes after, because then we get to the Chicago fight. And this is the moment where I fully understood what kind of show Invincible was trying to be. Like, buildings are getting destroyed and innocent people are getting killed, and right in the middle of all of this is a son literally begging his dad to see him as more than disposable. And this dude Omni-Man looks back at Mark and basically says, "You're nothing to me," and that hit me. Like, I wasn't expecting to feel that in a superhero show. Like, we get that with Spider-Man and the big gut punch moments, but that's not what we typically see in superhero media, so it was a very big change up. Like, it's not something I expected at all. And another thing that makes season 1 so good is that it doesn't just invest in Mark's powers, it invests in everyone around him too, his friends, his relationships, and especially his mom Debbie, because her arc might be the most tragic parts of the entire season. Like, finding out your husband of 20 years was never who you thought he was, and that everything you built together was based on a complete lie, and he doesn't even see you as an equal, you're seen as a pet to him. And watching her process all of this and her breakdown is genuinely brutal. Like all of it feels a bit too real, even though it's animated and superhero. And that's another reason why I think the violence hits so much harder. Like, you're not just watching superheroes fight for the sake of just big action scenes, you're watching a family get destroyed. And with Omni-Man gone, Mark is now forced to step into a role that he is absolutely not ready for, and season 2 does not let him ease into it at all. Like, every single decision he makes has weight, and the show makes sure you feel every consequence, because this is the moment where we meet Angstrom Levy, and I really like this guy as a villain because he isn't just some cool dude with powers. He's someone who mirrors Mark's arc throughout the season and how one mistake spirals into endless tragedy, and his whole vendetta against Mark comes from something that Mark genuinely didn't even mean to cause. And that's what makes his anger towards Mark even that much more annoying, because dude, you're so smart and you can't figure out it wasn't intentional. It blows me away. And man, the fight scenes in this season are insane, by the way. Like, the animation team was not playing around at all, even though they don't really get paid that much, because, you know. Anyways, in this show, what I keep coming back to is the theme underneath all of the action, because season 2 is really asking one big question the whole time: is Mark going to become his father? And then of course Omni-Man comes back, and we get that scene between him and his dad, the "I need you to be better" moment, because Mark isn't just asking his dad to be a hero anymore, he's asking him to be a father. And that's easily one of the best scenes in the entire second season, and it's also proof that Invincible earns every emotional beat it has gotten so far. But we keep coming back to this question: does Mark become his father? Well, the show never gives us an easy answer, because after every battle or every big choice Mark has to make, you can feel him getting pulled in one direction or the other, or even both at the same time. Like, when are we going to get to the moment where he crosses the line and he can't come back from it? Like, it really keeps you locked into the show because you genuinely don't know which way he's going to go. And that's another thing that I just love about this show. And then the Viltrumite Empire really starts to become more active. Well, partly because Mark is in space, but the whole show really shifts in scale. Like, it's not just about saving a city or even just humans anymore. Earth is just a single dot in a massive galaxy that the Viltrumites are set to conquer. And that shift in stakes really hit different, because up until now, the threats felt somewhat manageable. Like, Mark actually had a chance to stand up to them, but now with the Viltrumite Empire at play, it's a whole new story. And 95% of you guys aren't subscribed already, so if you're enjoying this video so far, consider dropping a sub. But by season 3, this show is fully locked in now, and it's not letting up at all. Like, the opening literally throws you into the Viltrumite war and makes you feel every single casualty and every single big moment that happens. Like, this really sets the tone immediately, and it instantly tells you this season is not playing around. And really quick, I want to talk about Splode, because this dude's character arc genuinely surprised me. Like, when we first meet him, he's exactly what you think he is: brash, really annoying, and he's completely filled with ego. And I kind of wrote him off pretty early, but his arc across the season is one of the best character journeys in the entire show. Like, his struggles feel real, his growth actually feels earned, and when his story reaches its conclusion, I was not ready, and I was actually very sad to see him go. Like, I'm gonna really miss him in season 4. And I also think that's kind of what Invincible keeps doing over and over. It takes a character you think you already have figured out and just flips it, and it works every single time. And back to Angstrom Levy, because he is the main villain of season 3, and you remember the storyline that started in season 2, right? The payoff here is brutal, because it's not just about stopping him, it's about what Mark has to do to stop him. And Angstrom pushes Mark so much, where every choice Mark makes this season pushes him even closer to crossing that line he said he would never cross. And watching him fight himself, knowing that if he crosses that line and makes that one wrong move, he's gonna become exactly what he's been fighting against, and that really kept me locked in, I'm not gonna lie. And meanwhile, Mark is getting tested in ways that go beyond just fighting. He's not just Earth's protector anymore, he's caught between worlds, literally and figuratively. His loyalty is being pulled in every direction, and his relationship with his mom, his friends, and even other heroes is all under pressure from all the things he's been through and what he's trying to become. And this is what separates this show from most other superhero media, because the spectacle is incredible, but it's the emotional fallout that actually lingers. You finish an episode and you're not thinking about the fight or the action sequences, you're thinking about the conversation that happened 5 minutes before it, or how one argument and one altercation happened before a big fight, and you're worried that, oh, if this person dies, they're not going to get to resolve that. You know, there's a very high level of emotional maturity in this show. And the whole season keeps coming back to this one question: can love and family actually survive in a universe that is literally built on conquest and conquering? Well, we're soon to find out, because we actually don't know yet. And I'm not gonna lie, whenever I first heard about Invincible, I went into the show for the fights. I heard superheroes, you know, you get the first setup where it's like the Justice League, and I'm like, okay, sick, I love superheroes, let me watch this. But that's not why I stayed and watched and enjoyed the show. I stayed and watched and enjoyed the show because of the people in the show. And yeah, the action in Invincible is great, but that's not why you stay to watch this show. You stay and watch because Mark's story isn't just about his powers, it's about being a son, a friend, a protector, and trying to figure out who you are when the person you molded yourself after turns out to be an insane villain. And if you haven't watched Invincible yet, go watch it, and make sure to watch all 3 seasons. Like, clear your schedule. And with season 4 dropping soon, there's literally no better time to get caught up, because you're not going to want to get spoiled on it. And I have a question for you guys: do you think Invincible is one of the perfect heroes out there, or do you think it's a perfect show? Drop a comment and let me know down below. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious and keep the conversation going.